Hi, I'm James, and today on my desk I have a laptop which has an issue which you fairly regularly see in my line of work, which is that the user's password has been lost. We unfortunately do not know the PIN or the password for signing into the system. Now this is using a local account, not a Microsoft account, so we can't reset the password. If we attempt to, then it would say insert your USB stick, and of course no one ever creates those, so we are, in theory, for now, scuppered. Fortunately, there is a way around this, however. So what we have is a USB stick of 8GB or more inserted into the machine, and we have gone to the Windows 10 download page on another laptop, and we are going to download the Windows 10 Media Creation tool. With this, we are then going to use this to create a bootable USB stick, which we are going to use to gain access back into the machine. And we want to create an installation media with any version of Windows 10 on this case, and to a USB flash drive. And we won't actually be using this to install Windows 10 or 11 or 8. This method works across all of them, but we are just going to be creating a bootable USB drive from this drive here. So we would hit next and let the drive create this, and then once it has made the USB stick, we're going to return to the original system. So returning to the machine that we cannot access, we are plugging in the USB stick and then going to power. And on the keyboard, we are holding down the Shift key as we press restart. This is on a machine using a UEFI BIOS, which most modern laptops do use. If you are one which is a legacy mode or old style BIOS, then you might need to find the boot menu key to start the machine up. But we are going to opt to user device and then select the USB stick, which we have put the Windows 10 installer onto. So having booted to the Windows 10 install disk, we are going to hit next and then choose the repair your computer option. From here, we will then get a menu of options, and we are going to choose Troubleshoot and then Command Prompt. And what we are going to do is replace the on-screen keyboard with the command prompt. So we first need to go through the drives and identify where Windows is installed. We can see here it is on the D drive. So we go into the Windows directory, checking here that it just has the contents we expect, and then into System32. In the System32 directory, we then want to rename the osk.exe file, and I'm just going to rename it to osk.old so that we can restore it later. Having done that, we then copy cmd.exe to osk.exe, and what this does is let us launch it from the login screen. So having renamed this, what we then want to do is to try and load up the on-screen keyboard. So we click the Ease of Access button and select on-screen keyboard from the options in here. You'll see this opens up the command line. And from here, we can then say net user. So we can see a list of our user accounts. And what we're going to do is say net user, in this case, George. And then we're just going to set the password to password. Doing this, we can then go out, choose we want to sign in with a password. And doing so, we can now log straight in using that as our new password. Now this works because that command window is created with an admin level elevated status, so it effectively runs as a system admin, and we can just go straight in, change the password for this user. This may lose you stored passwords on the account, but at least it gets you back in and on a usable machine again without having to wipe the machine, lose data, or reinstall Windows. Of course, having done this, we're then going to put the on-screen keyboard back. So what we need to do is to reboot the system back to that USB stick using the same method as before. And then once back here, we can again go to repair your computer, troubleshoot, command prompt, and we are going to return to the D drive where Windows is installed, back into the Windows folder, back into System32, We are then going to delete the osk.executable file and rename osk.old back to osk.exe. This returns the original on-screen keyboard, and we are back to a usable, accessible machine. I hope you found this video useful. Do hit like if you have, and the thank you button if you want to make a contribution if you have used this to get back into your machine. Thanks for watching.